We like to believe we make our own choices. We imagine our thoughts are original, our desires authentic, our opinions independent. But what if most of what you think, feel, and want has been carefully shaped by forces you cannot see? Influence is the silent architect of society. It does not force, it guides. It does not demand, it whispers. And the tragedy is, the most powerful forms of influence are invisible. When people think of influence, they imagine speeches, persuasion, advertisements. But those are surface level. True influence does not need to shout. It operates quietly, beneath awareness, shaping the way you think long before you realize it. And when influence becomes invisible, resistance becomes impossible. The first layer of hidden influence is framing. Whoever defines the frame defines the reality. Think about politics, media, even personal relationships. If someone can frame the discussion, they do not need to win the argument. For example, if you frame a conflict as a matter of safety rather than freedom, people will obey without question. If you frame a failure as growth, people will accept pain without complaint. Framing is not about what is said, it is about how reality itself is presented. And once reality is framed, most people never look beyond it. The second layer is priming. Human minds are suggestible. Before you even make a choice, subtle cues prepare you. Colors, words, symbols, even smells can direct behavior. Studies show people who see words related to old age walk more slowly. People exposed to certain images spend more money, take more risks, or obey authority more easily. Priming shapes action without consent. And yet most people have no idea it is happening. The third layer is social proof. Humans fear isolation more than death. We look to others to decide what is normal, what is acceptable, what is true. If everyone claps, you clap. If everyone laughs, you laugh. If everyone stays silent, you stay silent. The crowd becomes the compass, even when the crowd is wrong. Entire societies can be manipulated by manufactured consensus. What looks like agreement is often engineered obedience. The fourth layer is authority. We are conditioned to obey symbols of power, uniforms, titles, reputations. Even when authority is corrupt, people comply. Why? Because obedience feels safer than rebellion. When someone carries the aura of authority, they do not need to prove themselves. Their presence alone commands behavior, and those who resist are punished not by force, but by the weight of social disapproval. The fifth layer is scarcity. People value what seems rare, not because it is valuable, but because they fear missing out. Scarcity hijacks survival instincts. When opportunities appear limited, rational thought disappears. Scarcity creates urgency. Urgency creates compliance. This is why limited offers, exclusive groups, and forbidden knowledge hold such power. Scarcity transforms suggestion into command. These layers of influence shape your daily life. They dictate what you buy, how you vote, whom you trust, and what you believe about yourself. And the most terrifying part is this: the more you deny being influenced, the more vulnerable you are. But influence itself is not evil. It is neutral, like fire. It can warm or it can destroy. The danger lies not in its existence, but in your blindness to it. If you are unaware, you are controlled. If you are aware, you can resist or wield it. So how do you protect yourself? First, learn to question the frame. When someone presents you with a narrative, ask, who benefits if I accept this? What assumptions are being hidden? Do not argue within the frame, step outside it. Second, watch for priming. Pay attention to how environments, words, and images shape your state of mind. When you recognize the cues, they lose their power. Third, test social proof. Just because the crowd believes something does not make it true. Ask yourself, would I believe this if I were alone? Would I act this way if nobody was watching? Fourth, interrogate authority. Respect competence, but do not worship symbols. Question leaders. Demand proof. Authority without accountability is manipulation. Fifth, beware of scarcity. Scarcity often creates urgency where none exists. Pause. Ask yourself if the value is real or if it is being manufactured. But awareness is not enough. If you stop here, you become paranoid, suspicious of everything, frozen by doubt. The real mastery lies not only in resisting influence, but in learning to use it. Imagine being able to frame reality in your favor. Imagine priming others toward decisions that benefit you. Imagine creating social proof that draws people to your cause, establishing authority without force, and wielding scarcity to increase your value. This is not fantasy. It is the reality of those who understand influence. The manipulators of the world, marketers, politicians, leaders, even partners in relationships, are already using these tools against you. The question is whether you will remain their puppet, or learn to become the puppeteer. Most will remain blind. They will continue to believe they are free thinkers, unaware of the invisible strings. But a few will awaken, and once you see the strings, you cannot unsee them. The choice is yours. Continue living in ignorance, or step into awareness and claim the power that has always shaped the world from the shadows.